Hey guys, the Muscle Mechanic here, and I'm going to show you how to do a standing hamstring stretch. You should have already learned how to do it on the floor on your back and with a towel or a belt. Now we're going to do it the more advanced way where you have to have control over your body. So this can be tricky, and I do recommend having a mirror so you can see where your hip and your back are aligned. So sort of it would be to the right of your body if we're starting with the right leg, or if you're facing me, it looks like my left leg. So you're going to put one leg out in front of you. I don't want a big step. You just want a soft enough step so that you can still balance your weight into the back heel a little bit. And the important thing is that you don't totally lock out this front knee. We want it slightly bent, not squeezed, not totally bent into like a visible angle. It's just not totally locked out. But I do want a strong quad. So this is kind of a hard balance to strike, and I understand that. But do your best. And the second that you have that position, you're going to try to sit your hips back. So your seat is going back, your chest is still lifted, and if you look in your mirror, you should see a curve in your spine, the natural smiley face of your spine. This, reaching for the floor, not necessary to get a good stretch. I want you to be able to feel your hips rotate in order to pull the hamstring into a taut position. So the other tricksy part of this, so I'm going to face you straight on here, is you don't want the hips to be level, or for this hip to be the higher or the lower one. So a lot of people end up kind of doing this, and you can see this hip is higher. What you'll really want to do is let this knee drop down to the ground. And once that happens, this hip is now up in the air, and you're feeling a little bit more of an intense stretch to the outside of your biceps femoris, which is this longer hamstring muscle. So once you get that position, you almost want to rotate your upper body towards your leg, and that feels like a really good stretch. So keep your belly button pulled in, chest lifted, check your mirror, and feel that stretch. And if this all feels like too much work and it's a little confusing, just go back to the one on your back, recreate that. Because imagine, just flip me upside down right now, and I'd be on my back on the floor, my back is flat, my leg is out, and it's crossing my body slightly, just like the one on the floor. Okay, and of course switch sides. Hold the stretch for a good 30 seconds, and that's getting the bigger muscle. Now to get the smaller muscles, I won't bore you with what they're called, but you're going to twist slightly away from it. Now this is a different stretch, and this is the one I don't want you to start with. So it's this one first, then twisting out, and you might find you don't get much of a stretch here. Everybody's a little bit different, so if you get the more effective stretch here, just stick with that, okay? And now you have stretched your hamstrings.